Nike check.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be no.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Washington football team. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Heisman winner. This is Mark Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's good.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Ingram again, a first down carry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
From midfield, here's Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, we've got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll wait for the first time here with Matt Breida. And And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Allen to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Well done from the safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Going up top for Miller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield. And get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. That's out to the left, flat and complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find spaces and grip it a certain way, that takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Bears first down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. It's caught at the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Gesicki, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Washington 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball over the middle, taken in. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Well, I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down, Bears.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
The 30-yard line.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Down, Chicago.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Hurts. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Number 9.
A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Elliott on for the point.
It's not much is perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they're
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Well, why do you go out and spend a 1st-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that, the rookie gets his 1st interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first, got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up, this one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down is Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Hughes. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Number 16 comes in.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Sets up to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
53 is the mic. 53. Check 53.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop it behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Chicago.
Complete to
John Ross.
Touchdown,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
After the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Henderson.
You better
Throwing now is Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
He was taken down by
a gain of 3, second down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's where you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Mike 16, Mike 16.
They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Mike 55. Check.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 30, 20.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
Maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick-6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down now, it's Gibson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
The stop made.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here comes Miller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Out to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's out right at the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 27, Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Back now at FedEx Field, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they will take a knee here.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Bound to lose one. Check, check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. It's coming this way. Coming this way.
This is Breida. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Breida on the carry. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
4 down. Check, check.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They run again with Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good.
That good for 19 on the first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On first down, here's Breida. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 53's the Mike.
Here's Breida. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
36.
They'll try to run for the first one. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
That's good.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Bears 42.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.